I was so happy the first poop I took that didn't burn my ass. I pooped on the floor.
What? You pooped on the floor?
Yeah, because it was my senior year of high school, and I was gonna start this anyway as like my senior prank. And most senior pranks are like a one-time occurrence, but my senior prank lasted the whole school year.
Where you pooped on the floor all the time?
All the time. Every day I pooped on the floor. I came to school excited about where I was gonna poop next. Like it started out as like.
I remember
an
this.
Awesome senior prank.
The Phantom Shitter.
The Phantom Shitter.
Yeah.
It started out as like honestly it started out okay. It's funny that because the habanero story does roll right into this. Like I was pooping and it was like normal poop. It was solid, didn't burn. It felt good. I was like, oh my god, it's like being a reverse gay man. You know, it's like it feels good coming out. All right, this is awesome. So I'm so happy and I'm elated to have this normal everyday shit. And the next day I'm like, okay, well my shit's normal, and I actually had this idea in my head to begin with, and I'm thinking, hey, I want to poop on the floor because I think it'll be funny.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like...
Well, funny for you, awful for anyone else that experienced it.
But you know what? Here's the thing. In retrospect, the prank didn't make a ton of sense. just because pranks are the best pranks are the ones you can directly be there to experience, you know, the result. Me, I just had to imagine while I was sitting in class what was happening where I had just pooped, you know?
When someone walks in and goes, oh my god, there's poop on the floor, and then tells somebody about it, and then eventually, like, the assistant principal goes in there and is like, who shit on the floor?
No, it didn't get to that at first. At first I pooped, like... And
the janitor's
Where
like,
were you
well,
pooping
just
at?
another
Okay,
fucking day at
like,
Frederick's High. Fredericksburg High.
The first time I did it, it was in the bathroom. I was sitting there, and then I'm like, you know what? I was in the handicap stall because I'm an asshole and I love space. And
I always use the handicap stall.
Totally. It's better. It's way better.
I like actually being in the box. Like the tinier shitters.
I can't do
Well,
that.
I don't like that because you can't get in and out of those things properly.
Yeah.
The door never opens, like...
It's
They
always,
should open outwards. I don't know why they don't.
I think they should too.
Yeah, they always open inward, so when you're going in, you have to, like, kind of, like, wiggle around, and you
Yeah.
close the door barely, and you're, like, you're up against the other wall when you're closing the door.
See, that's too small.
Stalls used to be
So-
bigger.
I started out.
You think they'd be bigger now with the fattening of America? It's like the reversed
I have
effect.
another story
Wait,
about
let's-
that.
We'll get into that next time.
But I'm pooping in the handicap stall. The best part is that it was in the handicap stall. So like, I'm thinking maybe.
Maybe they just think it was a special kid.
Right, maybe one of the kids from the classroom where these kids don't walk from class to class. They stay in that classroom all day.
Yeah.
That's their class. And
Yeah, they're special.
yeah, so maybe they think that maybe one of the special kids was in here and he pooped on the floor. Whatever, we'll clean it up. No big deal. Suck it up. But it became a consistent thing where I was using the handrail, you know? Like, I would be, like, on the toilet, and then I'm like, you know what? And I would just grab the handrail and then migrate my butt over, like, to where I'm... And then now, like, literally, here's the toilet, and here's the handrail, and I'm just, like, sitting here like this, like, hovering over the floor, just dropping fucking loaves, pinching loaves on the floor right next to the toilet. See, that's the best part, is that I wasn't shitting in, like, a really obscure place.
It wasn't like near the sink because you couldn't make it to the toilet. It
Right.
was right next to the toilet.
Right next. So it's obvious that I was in the stall, right next to the spot where I know that poop goes, where everyone knows that poop goes, but there's poop on the floor right next to it. And so I did that for a couple of weeks, actually, consistently every day in a different men's bathroom in the school. And it started to become a thing where, like, you know, teachers started passing word. Like, in the morning, I remember the very first time this happened, it had been like 3 weeks running that I was pooping. And my first period teacher, I was in video productions. We did the morning announcements on the TV and everything, and made the mistake of doing this right before we went on the air. I was the anchor. I sat in the thing and delivered the news. And he goes, hey, listen, just got word that someone's pooping all over the school. If any of you know who's doing it, or one of you are the perpetrators, could you please stop pooping or tell them to stop because the janitors are threatening to quit their job. That's literally, I swear to God, that's what they said. And me, I'm the anchor. I'm about to deliver the morning announcements. So of course, and we have a teleprompter and everything, it's all like a professional thing. And so now they're giving me the count, like we're about to go live, and I'm like, I'm dying, like I can't contain myself, because I just found out that my poop is making waves, you know, like, they
My poop.
you know, so, you know, oh my god, this is a big deal. They're counting me down, and I'm dying, like, I'm like, literally, it opens up, and the whole school, all they see is the other anchor and me, and I'm just sitting there, just like this. And then I do the thing. Remember the clip when Maury Povich is laughing at the chick because she,
Yeah, the deleted Maury Povich scene.
yeah, and he laughs. Like he can't control himself. That's me. The teleprompter's going, and I'm trying to read it, but I'm just dying. And literally, they just cut to the other guy, and then I had to get up and leave. Like I couldn't even do it. And that should have been a clue right there. That obviously I had something to do with the poop. But
Well,
Or
I mean,
you just thought that.
or you
somebody
could just
shitting
be a
in
high
the-
school kid that thinks shitting not in a toilet is hilarious.
I still think it's hilarious. I would totally do it
You
still.
should poop in here somewhere.
No.
Like underneath the desk.
Not gonna do it here because then I have to tell one of my Marines to clean it up. But no, it evolved actually. I actually went. The first time I did it, not in a bathroom, was when I was in drama class, which we held in the auditorium, and it was a professional looking auditorium. You know, it had a stage. And we had the catwalks above with the lights and everything that the tech drama class would go up there and set up lights. And they had a chorus concert that night. And we were in drama class. It was the last period of the day, and the teacher is going, hey, go set up the lights for the chorus concert. Basically, they're using us as like their setup. I'm like, okay, you know. So I go up there, and I'm upstairs in the catwalk setting up the lights, and I'm looking down on everyone, and I'm like, this is perfect. This is I couldn't think of a more opportune moment to drop a poop in a really austere environment. So I just dropped trowel.
And you didn't wipe?
No, I took my underwear off and used that and left it.
So, not only did you poop on the floor, but you left shitty underwear there too?
I would have started bringing wipes around with me just so I could wipe.
I did eventually.
Wherever.
I did eventually, but
This is the first spur of the moment.
yeah,
shit.
this is the first spur of the moment
Yeah.
shit. And you know, I dropped a deuce on the catwalk, and you know,
Well, gotta poo.
there it is. And the very next day, the drama teacher gets us together in 7th period and goes, okay, so I don't know who it was, and I don't even know if it was this class, but Mr. Loft, that was the chorus teacher, went upstairs to check on the lights for the chorus concert, and apparently someone had defecated in the catwalk, and the whole class starts dying of laughter. Like, of course, we're all high school kids. They're all dying of laughter.
This is not funny.
Yeah, and no, she's laughing too. She's laughing with us. She thinks it's hilarious, which is the best part.
Drama teachers.
Yeah. And so she's like, so if you could please not, if it was one of you, please. And again, I'm dying because now it's like really making it got so bad. I'm gonna fast forward. It got so bad that I had these, you know, the little toothpick flags, you know, like that have different
You
countries.
left flags
I
in your
made
poops?
I made little flags that because I earned a nickname for myself. I didn't start it, but people started saying, "Hey, the Phantom Shitter shit in the locker room. Hey, the Phantom Shitter shit in the gym. Hey, the Phantom Shitter shit in the middle of the wrestling mat in the auxiliary gym where the wrestlers practice, as if they don't already have a fear of ringworm." Hey,
Nice.
and no, I started shitting all over the place. Like, it got bad. It got to a point where one time I was there for an after-school event. It was like a football game or something, and nobody was in the actual school. They were all out at the field, and I went in the cafeteria and shit on the cafeteria table.
You gotta get down more level with the mic.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I went out and I shit on a cafeteria table. So that was like a big thing. But yeah, I started shitting all over the place. And so people started saying, hey, the Phantom Shitter has struck again. Like, that's what they would say every time, like, I dropped a deuce somewhere. They thought it was a guy.
You're a 1930s mobster. The Phantom Shitter.
They thought it was a guy until I actually had this chick who was a friend, who I had study hall with, who she knew it was me, like a few people did, and she volunteered to shit all over the girls' bathroom just to throw them off. You know, like, it became a thing. And I'm like, you would do that for me? That was so amazing. So she prepared. Like, she came in that day and was like, hey, I ate leftover Taco Bell for breakfast and had a shit ton of coffee, so I'm just gonna blow that bitch up.
Jesus Christ.
She went all out though. Like I'm talking, she not only blew her ass all over the fucking seat and the floor, but she took toilet paper and like smeared it all over the wall.
Oh my god. She was an artist with it.
Yeah. She was like Jackson Pollock, just throwing shit all over the place. but there was shit everywhere, and so that like threw them off. Like that actually became a thing. Like, oh my god, who's the phantom shitter? It was in the girls' bathroom. Who goes in the like? You don't go in the girls' bathroom. If you get caught in there, that's fucking 10 days easily. Mm-hmm. You know. So,
Or kick the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, so like they're like
sex offender time.
Right, and now
it wasn't really a thing back then.
Well, maybe ish depends. I guess on what you're doing in the girls' bathroom, but
That's true.
But no, like these girls shit all over the place and threw them off. But the phantom shitter thing became a thing. I gave her a flag and everything, and the phantom shitter thing, it became a thing where I was dropping a flag and everything. And during winter break, when you got 2 weeks off of school, I went to all the other schools in the district. I went to Brookpoint High School, South Stafford High School, North Stafford High School.
And you shit in their schools?
And I shit all over their schools during winter break. So when they came back for school, there was just poop everywhere with little phantom shitter flags.
Do you fear that eventually somebody, not that there's any sort of like
I pooped in South Stafford High School's trophy case when you first break the
wow.
like when you first enter the school, and there's South Stafford's an old fucking school. They have a lot of trophies. They're a very decorated sports school. Walked in, and their trophy case, inside their fucking big football cup in the middle, shit. Just full of shit.
You ever fear that with, not that there's really I don't even know if you could ever be prosecuted with anything, but obviously the statute of limitations is up on this because it's been way too long. That someone's gonna hear this and go,
that motherfucker.
"Oh my god."
But I'm Jameson Stafford. I'm not using my real name.
It doesn't. I'm just saying though, but someone's gonna hear that and go, "I remember that."
Those janitors did quit their job, by the way. The ones who were
Oh, I would.
They totally quit. They went. I think the
Or
principal.
I'd be the only one that didn't quit and asked for more money.
You know what? I think the principal started lying to them so that because she kept hiring. Whenever one quit, a new one would easily be hired. But I think she was lying to them so they would take the job, and then they would quit soon after. Like they were like going through janitors at the cyclic rate because I was pooping more often and in more random weird places. Like sometimes I would poop and they wouldn't find it for weeks. Like I would, like it would just because it stinks for a while and then it dries up and hardens and then it just doesn't stink anymore. And so, sometimes I would poop in places where there was a classroom that they didn't use for months. I didn't know that. I thought I would poop there and they'd come in for class the next period and like, oh, there's poop. No, I pooped right on one of it was a science lab, right on the teacher's desk, like just dropped a deuce. And no one used that class for months. And then I guess someone found it and it was
That's
like, oh,
awesome.
My thing is, how did you never get caught? Like somebody just walking around randomly and they like flip through a door window and they're like, and they see the phantom shitter. That's when you have to like throw in a mask and jump out the window.
You got to hone your skill after a while eventually.
I
That's why you started out in the bathroom and then you start making it into more secluded places until you hone the ability to go, let's do this, drop it, finish up, plant your flag, and get out.
Yeah, I mean it was quick. I always made sure that it wasn't one of those poops that would take a while. It was never like come on, plop. Yes,
Well, you're going that regularly, I guess.
I made myself regular.
Oh yeah, you're like I have to start eating healthier so that way I can poop places. It's just weird.
I totally pooped at will. Like there were times where if I saw an opportune moment, I was confident in my ability to just poop. Like I could just get. I knew.
You're like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, like I knew it was about to happen. So I was very adept at just pooping whenever and wherever, and and started carrying the toilet paper and. It became a thing. I pooped everywhere. And not to mention, I played a lot of Splinter Cell in high school. And I had bought into the fact that as long as I fucking turn off my night vision...
No one's going to be able to hear you.
And duck. Just duck and stick to the shadows while I poop.
No one's going to see you.
No one's going to see me pooping. And...
all right.
And I shit everywhere. Shit all over this. I actually shit at prom. My senior prom.
How about...
We should.
I feel like you could get into the places that you shit for hours.
One last question: what's the most ridiculous place? Did you ever shit on the principal's desk?
No.
Then you fail.
I shit in the teacher's lounge.
That's good. That's good.
right next
It's
to
a
the
close-
microwave.
It's a close second.
That's a close
Right next to
second.
the
On the
microwave.
counter, right next to the microwave.
How?
We will get into your we will get into your prom shit story next time.
Yeah, well, there was another one too that I said this for. Oh yeah, the fat people in the stalls. I'll have to remember that one because I have a really good one about a fat.
You do like your
construction
shit
worker
stories.
that ruined the bathroom that I cleaned at Food Lion one time.
I feel bad for the 7-Eleven that I shit all over the walls and the toilet and shit.
You know what? How about the next time we do this, we'll just dedicate the whole thing to fecal matter stories.
Liver Tim, this shit episode.
Yes, you
Shit.
can just talk about
Liver Tim
because
shit edition.
everyone's got their own story of something to do with their bowel movements or somebody else's. So
I painted their wall with my shit.
we'll get it next time. Save it. We'll write it down. Remember for next time.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yeah, sure. Either next time or sometime in the future, we'll do a whole episode dedicated to poop stories. Episode dedicated to poop stories. So,
Shit edition.
and then we'll get into
Poo noodles.
you know what? We'll get into the story about when you made the hookers eat their poop.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
Come on.
No, we'll get into that
What? You have to tell that.
Oh, well, Tom.
in time.
it's-
No, I'm not
it's-
saying next time. I'm
Put that in
saying
the shit
soon.
edition, because that's a shit story.
We'll get into it later.
We have
Right now,
multiple shit editions.
we're at
We gotta break into it.
yeah, you don't want to do them every single day because then it just becomes a thing.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, when we do a shit edition, you gotta tell that story.
That's why I said maybe not next time, maybe in the future. We'll write it down. We'll remember it. But that's it. We're done for today. Tim,
Okay.
So,
you go get some Chinese food?
yeah.
So you can shit.
Yeah, I'm ready for some Chinese food.
All right.
Yeah, I already pooped today, so I'm good.
And you already had your Chinese food.
Yeah. I had my
You should try to be a phantom shitter here.
No, man, no, because they pay me good.
They pay me good. There's only so many people that work here, so they're going to narrow it down eventually.
Yeah.